this magical world, heroes are praised. But what defines a true hero?
Nobody cares! This is where things get interesting. So sit down and enjoy the show.
Hoy hoy everyone, and welcome to the Disney Villain Club. This is going to be an amazing night, isn't it, my friends? We were scrambling backstage trying to get everything else right, but we're here, we're live, we're just going with it. Whatever happens tonight happens. First, let me introduce to you one of the guys above my head, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from down the street from my house, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gene Fitzmagic. Gene, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, man? I got to see you today for the first time. It was great. Me, you, and Mike got to hang out, and there's a little bit of controversy, which I don't want to spill the beans on because I believe that is either going to be up later tonight or tomorrow. But make sure you guys stay tuned.
We're going to have a small conversation. We'll just leave out certain details because that was a good. That was fun.
Yes.
Let's just say it involved us being surrounded by security for a few moments.
Yep. But we live to tell the tale.
And Joey, from do I say, is it Fort Lauderdale? Is it Miami proper? Where exactly?
No, it's Miami. It's definitely not Fort Lauderdale. That's
the
Miami.
Dolphin himself, who has no clue and does not like the Dolphins, the man, the myth, the one and only 49er fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey D, the biggest arms in Disney vlogging community. What's going on, Joey?
I don't even know if that's a high bar, but I'll take it anyway.
Just say that was offensive.
It's kind of meant to be a passive aggressive offensive term, I guess. I don't know, a statement. But I tell you what, Fort Lauderdale is probably about 40 miles from me, so a little bit of ways.
Let's go to Gulfstream Park.
Yeah, very far. Now,
okay.
The funny thing is, backstage, me and Greg were talking ahead of time, so I kind of know what happened, which is hilarious when everybody finds out. But it's funny. Before the show, I'm on the YouTube channel. I was using the pop-out chat just so I could bring that out and stuff like that. And I noticed at the bottom where we have our description, I just made a little note here. And it's funny because the first line, it just says, the DVC is made up of 4 passionate Disney adults. And then just the note next to it, I just wrote questionable. So I don't even know if that's accurate.
It's not even accurate starting with 4 because we are missing Princess Tay Tay is not here tonight.
Yes,
she could not make it. Originally, Gene couldn't make it. And then Tina was like, I'll be there. And then Tina was just like, I can't make it. And Gene's like, I'm back in. Gene, do you not love us? Are we second rate to you? What's up?
No,
buddy?
not at all. I had something that I had to take care of with Panda. And we were able to switch it to another day, so it made me eligible to make it in today. And I want to say hey to Debbie Burnfield's in the house.
Yes,
Debbie's here, Mike's here, Holly's here. I can't see the rest of it, so I don't know who else is here. But if you are here, you are in for some good, fun chatting tonight because we're going to be talking all about Tiana's famous beignets have come to the Magic Kingdom. Kelsey brothers, not the T-Swizzle one. Let's not get the other Kelsey brother, the Eagles. He was hanging out at Magic Kingdom. We're going to talk a little bit about Disney blogs just kind of going nuts a little bit with some news coming up. And then apparently, guys, there is a new Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Part 2 due out any day now. We're going to talk about that. And then our big topic, we're going to go over Universal Epic announced so much information. It's ridiculous. Maybe we'll have a little debate whether it's going to hurt or help maybe Disney. What's going to happen there? And then we're going to end it picking our best 2024 Chinese New Year dragon. It is the year of the dragon. And I think the new year starts. The new year started already, I think February 1st, and it runs for a few days. So we're going to pick the best Disney dragon to represent Chinese New Year for the year. So guys, that's what we're doing today. Any objections?
No, I'm into it. Can I do one shout out before we start?
Dude, you can do as many shout outs as you want, Gene.
All right, well then I'll do a couple then. So real quick, I'm gonna say shout out to Paul Engel, shout out to Movie Mania Nick, but huge, major, big shout out to my big brother up there, Joey D. His birthday is manana.
Oh,
At
that's
least
it. I almost forgot. It is tomorrow. It is legit.
Wow.
Hey, but
Shit.
good call on that, Gene. I completely
well,
missed
someone
on that.
in your old age, someone's gonna have to remind you of these things.
Old age is absolutely right. And by the way, I'm looking forward to Super Bowl weekend because Gene is coming. It'll be great to hang out. And obviously the following weekend, excited to be up there, going to Universal and stuff, seeing my Mouse Priest and Mike, or sorry, Mikey Magic presents. And
I did that to him like 3 times today. I called him the wrong name.
It's just gonna take me so long to get that.
But the good part is when he was filming live, I called him the proper name, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
So
thanks, Nick.
I don't want to spoil what Mike's going to talk about, but I do want to talk about Gene and I have a little bit of a story today. We happen to be at the Magic Kingdom with him, and Mike is going to talk. I really want people to go check this out because it's going to be up either tonight or tomorrow. A device he was walking around with and talking, but Disney had issues whether they were to allow it in or not allow it in, and initially they allowed him in, and they were like, okay, you can go in with this, and then about 2 hours later, we're standing in line waiting for some of these Tiana's beignets, her famous beignets over at the Golden Outpost. And this smug ass woman, excuse my language, smug guest service lady just walks by and is like, excuse me, sir, you can't have this. And she kept on trying to walk. And all of us were like, whoa, what's up? He ended up having a good long conversation with this lady, and then she did end up finally stopping to talk. But at one point, Gene and I looked up, and there was a plethora of security guards kind of just in the perimeter around us. Like they weren't up against us, but they were definitely in the perimeter area. And Gene and I are like, whoa, man, I don't need this kind of controversy. I don't need to be a part of this. Like, I don't need Disney following me anywhere. But Mike was able to go over and have a conversation with them, and he did exactly what they asked, just like you would if they changed a rule, which they changed a rule in 2 hours, Joey. They literally were like, yes, no, we changed our rule because of you. So there is a new rule in place because of Mikey's magic moment.
Mikey Magic presents.
We're gonna start calling him
Magic presents.
We're gonna call him Policy Boy. See,
yeah,
he's the one that causes policies to be written.
He did. Gene, it was quite a fun day. We got to hang out. We got to hang out on the hub. We got to watch the cavalcade come by. We got to go eat some beignets. We got to see Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
How cold has it been? Because it's been pretty chilly down here.
It was. You know what? It's the wind, really, more than anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It wasn't bad. You could tell when the storm was blowing through, though. Like it started getting a little warm, and you're like, "Oh man, I can almost take off my hoodie." And then 10 minutes later, the new storm rolled in, and it became freezing. By the way, Movie Mania Nick, Tina, she said she hated us and is not going to be here. No, we're just kidding. She, I don't know. She'll be on Dad Builds. She'll be on Chris's show later. Or she won't be. We don't know. Did we ever get a reason?
I think I don't know what, she just needed the night off. So, but she'll be back next week.
Dude, she has been killing it recently, and lots of props to Tina. She has been on everybody's show. She has been doing a lot of stuff lately. So if she needed a night off, tonight was the night.
Maybe she's the adult that we're referencing in our description, because it sure isn't us.
It certainly isn't me, because I'm the one who has to be censored all the time. But yeah, man, it's been a good week. What'd you guys do this week? Let's start with you, Gene.
Just Disney.
Are you still living out of the box, Gene?
No, everything's put away. No, I mean, I have a bit of a mess. He's got a couple
things in the closet, little closet behind him. He didn't have that last week.
I didn't close my door.
He does. Look, and he forgot to close the door.
I got my laundry folded. I got like my supplements up there. I got all my stuff. All my stuff's away for the most part. It's a little messy right now, but it's getting there.
Yeah. Thanks, Holly, for that. That would be my wonderful wife who likes to keep me in check. Yeah. So you're unpacking. That's a good thing, Gene. I mean, you're getting used to it. I hope the family is used to you being here. I hope your daughter is in the college program. How is she
Yes.
adjusting?
She's adjusting. She actually likes it so much now that she's talking about she's already talking about,
Extending.
extending. Yeah. So she's loving it.
Now, when they go on to extend, is it up to her, or does she just kind of request it and hope that
I think that's what I don't think it's up to her in the first place, but then they got to accept her again, I believe. So, but I know who she is. She's a she's a quality individual. I know she's going to, if she wants to stay, I know they'll keep her. I don't know if she'll have the same job. They might move her around, but,
it's a time to learn all the jobs down here, because if you really want a full-on job, like, they love when you have worked at different spots. They're like, oh, you know more about Disney, so please come into the office and make real money.
Exactly. So,
Joey, I know you've been busy this week. Aiden, you guys are about to present a project that you guys are doing, so we can finally get to see it soon.
Yeah. So first things first, Sammy's baby shower was on Saturday, so we were very busy this weekend. That was a huge undertaking. She worked her butt off, and a whole bunch of our friends and stuff obviously pitched in. So it was big. It was a big success. So that turned out really well. Photos, I'm sure if you haven't started seeing them on social media, on Facebook, Instagram and stuff, she's been posting some of that stuff. And yeah, the other part, this assignment was given to Aiden back in before Christmas. So it has kind of been in the works. We haven't been working on it every single day, but it was a long process, because you have to come up with a product or some type of invention type of thing. And then you have to look at how, what it costs. It's like an entrepreneur thing for the, for 10-year-olds, 5th graders. So they got to come up with how much it costs them, cost versus rate of return, how much you would sell it for, where you would sell it. You got to come up with a presentation and made a commercial for it and all kinds of stuff.
Dude, when I was that age, they were like, build a volcano.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I built the who built the little balsa wood bridges to see how many books it could hold.
That was 7th grade for me. Like, that was yeah.
I was like 7th, 8th grade building those, and then, like you said, the volcanoes. So I don't now they're like, no, you have to, it's 5th grade.
You have to have a business plan, and what's going to happen is they're going to take your business plan and see if they can use it and implement it at the school to make more money.
Let me tell you, man.
It's funny, got you to do all the legwork.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what? You already know. Obviously, everybody here's parents, especially when they're younger. Everything they assign is for the parents, not for the kids, because we're the ones that gotta stay on top of it and all this other stuff. Yep. So I gotta sit here, Aiden. You gotta sit with me while we go over this stuff, and we gotta come up with it. Yeah, you know how it goes. So it's just kind of like.
My daughter stopped showing up with homework 3 years ago, and I was like, "Where's your homework?" She's like, "We don't even send it home. We finished the work in school." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I love your school. Whatever it is, that's what I want."
Now that's the part.
I stopped doing work, so
it's funny because Sammy had asked the teachers, well, because they're very vague when they send these packets home. So we have a million questions. I'm like, well, how detailed are we going here? How far do we go? Because I don't know. And Sammy, same way, I don't know how to go other than 150% on everything. So I'm like, I don't want to go. So the teacher's like, no, don't go too crazy. And I'm like, hold my beer. If you guys think we're not going to, I said, are you kidding me? This is home of JSA Creations. Yeah, we're doing something. So yeah, it came out. I'm real happy for it. It came out real good. Hopefully he gets it. I'm sure he'll get because he's been practicing presenting. He's been FaceTiming family members, presenting to them because, we want him prepped.
Dude, you want him prepped because you don't want a bad grade on the work that you did. That's what it comes down to. I was the same way. I'm like, dude, you better get an A on this. You better practice. I want the A.
Now, here's the thing, though. They have all the kids compete. So you got, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th, they go all the way up. They have, so what they do is obviously the classes, they're picking the top 3 from each grade and then competing the whole school. They're picking something like that. Now, I want him to do well, but I really just want him to get a good grade first and foremost. And then we could worry about all that other prize stuff later. I don't care about that. I just want him to get a good grade.
As a good father should, but you know what? My ego would get in the way, and I want to win the whole thing. I want to come up with the thing.
That's why I said, wait, we're doing a commercial. I'll be right back. I started filming Aiden, started getting video, photos, on all that stuff, and created a commercial, which I'm sure we'll post eventually because he's doing. Listen, it's due tomorrow.
I can't wait to
present
see it.
tomorrow. So so we'll
Yeah.
see how it goes.
All right, bring up
Cool.
my shared screen if you would, and we will get right into some of the news we're going to talk about before we take our first commercial break. But
Here
Gene,
we go.
you and I today got to try the brand new Tiana's Famous Beignets at the Magic Kingdom, which I was impressed. It's the first time they've ever sold beignets here at Disney World inside of a park. Normally, you can find them over at Scat Cats Club over at Port Orleans Port Orleans French Quarter. How did you like these compared to?
You made a great point. Was like having the individual pieces. You had like more of that crispiness to it, because you had the edges. And you nailed it. I think I like them better for that reason as well. I think it was you or Mike. One of you guys almost choked on the powder.
Yeah, that was you.
That was you.
It looks like they went ham on it, like big time.
Dude, they're good. They're good.
Not as bad as the Mickey ones on the powder. So it was just like you could. The problem is when you take a whole one in your mouth, you're like, I got this, and then you breathe.
That's a soundbite.
Yeah,
that's a soundbite.
Listen, I'm going back and recording that one. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, when you breathe in, I breathed in a whole lot of it. I would imagine it's what some of the cartels in Miami have dealt with.
Yeah, dude, it was on my beard.
Point, it was all over his beard, all over his nose. It's a mess, but man, these are absolutely worth it. Like I couldn't believe that I was walking away going, these are absolutely worth it.
So,
$6.99 Golden Outpost. It's for the Celebrate Soulfully 2024 Black History Month here at the Magic Kingdom or just at Walt Disney World. But Gene, any issues with them? Because I think you and I talked about the sauces a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really get into the sauces because they were just good without it. And I'm like, I don't even want to take anything from the flavor because I feel like that sauce would have definitely overshot the flavor of the actual beignet. And we were the only problem I think there almost was is I thought Philly Greg was going to come out because a lady cut us. That's because we were first online, and then this other woman kind of just came up and just stood in front of the window because we were there before it opened. And Greg's like, look at this. I'm like, don't worry about it. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, it took a lot for Greg to hold back.
Thank God we got into a conversation about something because I was like, and then I heard the lady's whole family came up. She's like, I'm not supposed to be here. And she knew that she cut off the whole line. And I was like, do I say something? Do I not say something? I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy these beignets no matter what happens.
And we were second in line anyway, so it wasn't a big deal.
And they had trays full of them. So I was like, we're going to get through this quick. I think we took more time taking the picture right there than we did of anything else.
Yeah.
But when you get here, Joey, you got to try these. These are absolutely a must do.
I'm a huge fan of the original one. So I was concerned that, all right, bringing it to the parks, they're making them smaller. Are they going to be kind of just, microwave heated or, under the heat lamp, that type of thing? That's my concern. So obviously you guys put that to rest. So very excited for this. And especially it's a good point that
they were definitely not microwave because the whole outside was crispy. Like they were definitely fried. And instead of just being like a puff, like a lot of these felt like almost cronuts. Where they're like rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. And there was like so many layers in these things that the inside was that doughy substance that's just delectable, man. Really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel if you're gonna bring the famous beignets there, they got to be done right.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna get backlash. So super happy that that's the case. Now I see the sauce you guys had here. Did they have the other ones too that they generally have? That's I mean.
No,
I generally won't have much.
It's the only one they're selling inside the park. So there's no chalky sauce and there's no salted caramel.
Okay.
And they were cold. The sauce was cold compared to the
But again, I didn't try the sauce. Mike tried the sauce. Mike said he actually liked the hot beignet with the cold sauce.
I was gonna say maybe they have to keep the sauces that way so they don't go bad. It's possible. Keep them chilled.
Probably because they're leave it and dip each one because they were, Gene, by the time it opened, what would you say? 150 people in line? 100 people?
Probably.
They've already got a winner.
Yeah. So you open this up somewhere in Tiana's Bayou Adventure area. Doesn't have to be Golden Outpost, doesn't have to be Pecos Bill, but in right below there's 2 other places that you could open up, and these I think need to be in the park 24/7. And they need to be I don't know, open before noon and stay later than at 5 p.m. because it's only noon till 5 p.m. Can you get them?
There must be a reason for that. That's kind of like
because it's Golden Outpost and nobody wants to go there.
Well, yeah, that too. So that's gonna be a reason.
But now they do. Because they got this.
Now you're gonna
right. I would have had these for breakfast.
Yeah.
Hey, Sammy D, welcome
Sammy
in.
D.
This is my better half.
Yeah, dude. How much longer she got?
She's 31 weeks. So we're in 9 weeks, 8 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. That's depending when the baby decides to come. I don't know.
So I brought this up because, like, 2 stories. One, I saw somebody film the other day, and this is a little PSA. You weren't villain. This is my villain take. I got 2 villain takes on this one. Okay.
Okay.
So somebody put up, and I'm not going to mention who, and it wasn't a major blog out there or anything like that. It was just somebody looking for clicks, had filmed him and his kids leaving a restaurant at Disney Springs. And it was just like, dude, unless you got permission or it's from Disney, don't put up somebody's family. Like, they're not your family. Just because they're a celebrity does not mean you got to put up their family on online to get clicks. So I was like, and then finally Disney released the whole family. And it's like, at that point, then it's okay. They said, yes, this is now out to the world. We can now cover it. But what a wholesome dude this guy is. Just
you don't cross that line.
Yeah. But man, this guy is the most wholesome. Like, the video is his family like arguing about rides, and the kids are messy from snacks, and dad's pushing around the double stroller, and mom's got a stroller, and grandma's there arguing with them, and they're like, the kid's screaming she doesn't want to go on a ride. It was just like, dude, they are average family 101.
Which grandma was it? Was it Donna Kelsey?
Your Mama Kelsey, whichever one that is.
Or was it was it his wife's mom?
It was Mama Kelsey. Donna?
Donna, I gotta be honest. I'm kind of done with Donna Kelsey. We've turned her into like this huge celebrity.
What's wrong with Grandma?
We've turned her into this huge celebrity. Come on, let's stop it.
So originally, did release this photo? Damn, dude, you went at Grandma.
I'm just saying she's got like, Campbell's commercials and stuff. Like, come on, she's their mom.
Dude, remember,
I've had enough of Donna Kelsey.
Was it Reggie White and his mom used to be in commercials in Campbell's Soup?
I don't remember, but yeah, you're right. There used to be like moms that were always kind of in Campbell's Soup. So I guess, but we've turned her into such a celebrity.
Mom, it's her mom, right?
It's his mom.
Oh, okay. His mom's okay. His mom raised him. She deserves it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, she's in everything. Like, they show her in the crowd just as much as they show Taylor Swift now. I'm like, I'm done with it. I don't need it.
You know what it is? Oh, Donovan McNabb. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what it is, Gene? It's that fatigue of just the constant. That's all it is.
Yeah, like I don't understand. But Sammy and Holly are both telling me that they're done with me. I'm not hating. We've seen enough of Donna Kelsey.
Yeah,
dude, you hit the wrong button on that one, Gene. Even I was like, I'm backing off this one.
I love moms. I love moms. My wife's a mom. My mom's a mom. I love moms. I just had enough with Donna Kelsey. That's all.
Damn, Gene with the hot take tonight, and I thought I was being a prick.
I'm sick of the grandma. Man,
I'm attacking Grandma tonight, man. What kind of villain are you? Dude. But anyway, so today NFL and Disney Parks put up a whole like, how's it going? What's going on? What are you doing at Disney Park? Just this, and the dude's just like, man, this is cool. Like, I play football, I get paid, I get to go to Disney. My kids met Mickey and Minnie. I thought it was really cool. And then his kids, all they wanted to do was meet Elsa and Anna. So
of course,
if you're, he was here, the Pro Bowl was in town.
Yes.
Are you guys fans of that new Pro Bowl thing?
No, I don't. Even when it was the old version, I was like, I don't know.
I'm kind of on the fence where it's not that I like it. It's just certain parts of it that I do like. I like the skills competitions
Yeah.
and stuff more than anything. I miss the quarterback club and quarterback competitions they used to have, things
That
like
was cool.
that. That stuff I like. Some of the other stuff's kind of whatever, but I like that type of
I
it.
don't need to see two grown men playing Madden.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
I don't care about that. And you know me, I'm a huge gamer.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it. You know, the flag, I think the flag would be better if it was legit competitive, because right now they're playing this hybrid. So it's kind of, I don't know. And then they combine the scores of the skills with the flag game, and I don't know. Again, I guess I give the NFL credit. They're trying something different because everybody was just sick of the way the Pro Bowl was running. So they got to do something. So
Yeah.
give them credit for at least trying something different, you know?
I'm with you. Moving on. Gene attacked grandmas. I'm going to attack other blogs real quick. So Gina, you and I had a conversation about this earlier.
Yep.
So the rumor mill had started around Disney blogs that Shop Disney is going to go back to the original name of the Disney Store. So everybody remembers the Disney Store in your local mall, at your local shopping outlets. Like the Disney Store was a big thing. So when they switched from Disney Store to Shop Disney, people kind of lost their minds a little bit. And then the Disney stores started disappearing from malls across America. There may only be like a handful in all the country left.
Yeah, we lost a bunch here in Miami.
So somebody reported another blog. I'm not going to name blogs. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus because I respect a lot of these blogs out there. But it was just how the rumor mill starts and how you can tell when an official blog works with Disney because they will backpedal really quick sometimes. But it's the people who are influencers and not in that Disney sphere who perpetrate these articles, and then it becomes real news. So blog 1 goes, we have inside news that's saying Shop Disney will turn into the Disney Store. Blog 2 and 3 and 4 pick it up. They all run with it. Now the faucet tap is wide open. It's pouring water out. Soon as the 4 blogs have it, that means the rest of the world is going to get onto it. Once the rest of the world got onto it, they just started pumping it out. And it became big news for a few days in the Disney media community. These people past number 5 didn't realize that blogs 1 through 5 kind of got not a cease and desist, but hey, take that off your website from Disney themselves. So Disney themselves stepped in and said, do not report this. It is not true. Pull it down. So all those blogs pulled it off their sites. But it was everybody past that who Disney doesn't contact because they have no reason to contact them that left it up. And this became this huge news story where blog 1 started it, 3, 4, and 5 picked it up. They all pulled it down, but the rest of everybody else went with it. And I was just like, man, there's the Disney community right there. It's like, so I don't know if you guys saw that or not, or saw it happen, but the original blogs that reported on it said, hey, look, due to Disney asking us to take this down, we are responsible and we're going to take this down out of respect. Thank you so much. We stand behind it, but we're going to pull it down. Everybody else, it was just like page not found, page not found. They just got rid of it. So they couldn't leave a trail behind them.
It's an interesting take. What do you think? If that would be the case, would that mean just because they're changing it back, does that mean the stores are coming back? I mean,
no.
So then a name change, I don't see what the big deal is.
So I think I talked to you earlier, Gene, about this. I was like, they may now bring the stores back into mainstream malls, right? But what I think they may do is take over sections of Target. Like Gene said, great, like a Starbucks or a Subway inside of a Walmart or Target. I think you're going to start seeing the Disney store inside of stores like that. Or Toys R Us is inside Macy's.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it. And it's a shame that Toys R Us has been relegated to that. But yeah.
Dude, speaking of Toys R Us, go off topic for a second. I met Jeffrey this weekend, the giraffe, over at MegaCon.
Really?
That's an interesting place. I never thought you would meet someone like that character there.
Dude, he was straight up in the kid zone, just hanging out. I don't know what he was doing.
Now,
he was like,
Now here's the thing: was it an official Jeffrey, or was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
a
yeah.
cosplay?
It was the
Oh,
Jeffrey.
This was the Jeffrey.
Okay.
Like, this was the same outfit. This was Toys R Us Jeffrey, the
Wow.
giraffe. And I was just and like you walk in there, you know when you see Jeffrey, you're like,
Oh, of
that's
course.
Yeah.
that it was Jeffrey. And of course, I had to run up and get a picture with him because that's what I did. Hold on one
Of
second.
course.
I'm pulling it up on my phone because
Does anybody remember the song, the Toys R Us song?
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Yeah, I'm a Toys R Us
they
kid.
got the best for so much less that it's hard to play with. More something, more games, more video games.
Yeah.
There you go. I
Yeah.
immensely miss Toys R Us
Yeah, me
because
too.
to be able to just walk, look at that. To be able to
Wow.
just walk into the store and see, I mean, obviously they had everything where you could just see the stuff there instead of, because listen, we all buy stuff from Amazon now and online stuff, and I get it. It's shipped.
Not the
Every once in
same.
a while, I go to Target. It's just not the same. It's not the same.
Do you remember that feeling too when your parents were like, "We're going to Toys R Us"?
Oh
You
my
were-
God. I would straight to the G.I. Joe in the Transformer section. And
Yeah,
man, come on.
Dude. You know what I hated though? So we had Kitty City. You would turn your frown upside down, and Toys R Us, like right down the street from each other.
Mhm.
But in the Kitty City ad, they always showed an adult bouncing on one of those big red balls.
Yes.
And I was always like, dude, I want to bounce on a big red ball. And I could never find the big red ball to bounce through Kitty City with.
we didn't have Kitty. We had Play World.
I just wanted to bounce on the big red balls there, Gene. Just bounce on the balls.
I always wanted a Wonder Wheel. I never saw a Wonder Wheel in person.
What's a Wonder Wheel?
You guys don't remember? Greg, do you remember that reference? Or no? Come on. Eddie, I mean, come on. Richard Pryor,
Dude,
the
from the
toy?
toy?
the toy.
Oh, I'm thinking of a toy store. That's why.
Don't you remember he's in there? He's like, Wonder Wheel. It was funny. That movie was so good.
It's like
Jack
you were like, what's that Da Vinci thing of a man, the perfect
Yeah.
man, where he's like,
Yeah.
on- and you would hold on to like all of them, and it was like a big blow up wheel, man.
Wonder
Oh.
Wheel. And then of course it caught a hole, and then he's no Wonder Wheel. And he's like trying to hold it up. That's such a great scene, man.
Dude, Toy is such a great movie.
I know. I'm
I
surprised.
haven't thought about that in forever.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Yeah,
And then, the last of the news before we take a quick
Ooh.
commercial break and talk about Universal. Winnie the Pooh, our pal, is back in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey Part 2. Now, last year or 2 years ago, we were all talking about this because A.A. Milne, the copyright was going away in 2023.
Yeah.
It went away, and this company out of England instantly had a horror film ready to come out. And we were all like, dude, you got to see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And none of us saw it because it looked horrible. It did. They made the movie for $100,000, but made $6 million at the box office. May not seem like a lot, but if you're only investing $100,000, that's bank. So Jagged Edge Productions is back for round 2. Only this one, deep within the 100-acre wood, a destructive rage grows as Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger find their home and their lives endangered after Christopher Robin reveals their existence. Not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, the group decides to take the fight to the town of Ashdown, home of Christopher Robin. Dude, Tigger, Piglet, Owl, and Pooh. Dude, you got the picture of it's not showing right now. Dang it. The picture of Tigger is horrendous, man. It is just so bad.
I mean, they got a little budget now. They could get some decent costumes.
Yeah.
I think the charm of it is the bad costumes, though.
Well, that's the thing. And it's funny because you're like, so since the first one did so well, even though it was horrible, let's make another one. But they figure if we invest another couple $100,000, maybe we make another 6-7 million. We're good.
Dude, this one, they've also done such movies as like the Peter Pan Massacre. What was the other one? Like that's all they do is they're like they're not taking Disney IPs, but they're taking IPs that Disney is famous for and make them into horror films. So any day now we're going to see Steamboat Willie, the death of the Willie or something.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly
they're working on that.
Listen, most of these people are probably seeing it just out of curiosity more than, the movie's good because we know it's not.
Yeah, I would say that. That's probably the majority, I would imagine. God bless.
Dude, now that Tigger's in it, I have to see this. Like, it's piqued my interest, but
you got to see the first one. So you might be lost if you don't see the first one.
You know what? Now they got their money's worth. Now I'm going to have to rent part 1 before I go see part 2.
Yep.
So there you go. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, part 2 is coming out. So
I don't think I want one.
Joey, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back and go over all the Universal news that came out.
Cool. All right. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Does anybody play the piano along with that? The air piano?
Yeah, the desk piano.
Yeah,
right there, great.
My wife put a lot of lemon in my iced tea.
A little tart.
I choked on it a little bit trying to drink it, man.
She figured with all that sugar dust from the beignets, this will clear you out a little bit.
I don't drink sugar drinks anymore, so I drink plain iced tea with just lemon in it, and I take like the liquid lemon and squeeze it in there. And there's a fine line between just right and too much. That one, man, is too much. Like my back of my throat's watering, like dying here. Oh man. Yeah. So Universal has announced the 5 lands coming to Epic Universe this 2025. There's going to be 3 world-class hotels, 5 themed lands. And I hope you guys check this out, man. Did you guys see anything that looked really good to you? Because we have Celestial Park, step into the lush green world where thrills, entertainment, dining, and shopping lead all who enter into exhilarating journey to discover. We have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which will be the Ministry of Magic. Of course, Super Nintendo Land, which if you have kids, that's all they care about. How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk is coming. And then Dark Universe is going to be there, which is obviously going to feature the original monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, stuff like that. Anything stand out to you guys that you were like, man, this is going to be killer?
The Dark Universe.
Dark Universe.
Yeah, I'm excited for Dark Universe. And I like that they're going to do a different take on Harry Potter. I believe this is going to be from the Fantastic Beasts movie, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be almost like France as opposed to England, let's say. So I'm kind of excited to see how they conquer that.
I thought Celestial Park, I thought looked good. The restaurant they showed in there, the water area they show in that area, the carousel, all of those look good. And then there was a storm chaser or some kind of roller coaster that looked really cool. Wizarding World looked awesome. It looks mostly indoors, so we're really not. We do see the big wand sticking up in the air for the entryway. I thought that looked really cool. Super Nintendo Land. I'm really looking forward to the Donkey Kong Country roller coaster
Mm-hmm.
because
Mhm.
it's going to have breaks in the track where
I
you jump
heard.
over.
Yeah, I heard
And
this.
have you seen the technical designs of it?
I haven't. I heard about it though. So supposedly it's going to be where there's like a break in the track and it's supposed to jump. But what's going to happen is as you get to that, you're not going to see it. But there'll be a track that gets raised up, I guess, to bring you across.
No,
But it's
no,
not. So it's
no,
legitimately jumping.
no, neither that or that.
Okay.
So the track is actually below you, and there is a bar that holds up the cart above the second track. So the bar, or the main cart, which is below you by 5 feet that you don't see, is going to keep you on the track going. But because you're lifted in the air, it can go up and down and act like you're jumping across tracks. So
That's
you're
awesome.
always connected. You're always part of a main track. The only thing that concerned me was there's only one arm holding it up. And I was like, yeah, it looks a little
Is it
flimsy, but yeah, I mean, it's Universal and these Imagineers know what they're doing, so I'm
Mhm.
not worried about
right?
safety. But yeah, it's a track on top of another track, and the main cart is actually the lower where the wheels and everything connect to the track. You is actually below you that you don't see.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
For me,
Um, yeah,
I agree. I agree with Gene. The Dark Universe definitely. Actually, all the lands. I think I'm not fatigued. I've seen so much of Super Nintendo Land. I'm kind of like whatever about the thing, and maybe I'll feel different when I see it.
Well,
But yeah,
you get to do it for the finally now. That's the
yeah,
difference.
and I am looking forward to especially some of the roller coasters they have, especially in How to Train Your Dragon, where I mean, really paying attention to that because I love the movies anyway. But
yeah.
the dueling, I guess it's like a spiritual successor to the Dueling Dragons.
Yep, you're right.
The racing roller coasters. I'm really looking forward to that. I've told Aiden about it so many times because he really wished he could have rode the Dueling Dragons, but you know, it was obviously gone by the time he was around. So I told him you'll get a chance again. And it's interesting because I mean, listen, over 50 attractions, the 5 different lands. It looks awesome. It's something new. And we get to
Mhm.
just like I told Aiden, it's very rare you get to see gate openings. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't see them often. They're so expensive. They take
Yep.
so long to make. I'm dying for Disney to make another one or whatever expansions are going to do something, but it's very rare to see a new park being built from the ground up. So very exciting.
Have you guys been paying attention to the overhead shots and the close-ups that people are taking
Absolutely.
drones of? Some of the
Yeah, I
stuff
watched.
is great. Like the dragon, How to Train Your Island Burke. Like I saw pictures today of the big sheep, like
Yeah, the sheep
from the
look cool.
movie. It's just it looks really cool.
Yeah, Bio Reconstruct. Shout out to him. He does some real
Yep.
good stuff with them.
Absolutely give full credit where credit is due on that. The Super
Yep.
Nintendo Land looks great. I really was interested in Celestial Park. Like there's going to be a restaurant that's going to look almost like Mythos,
Yep.
where you
Oh,
look
really?
out over the lagoon and there's big tables and stuff. I would imagine that's going to be the expensive restaurant, the 5-star, 4-star, whatever they have, 3 Michelin stars or something restaurant that's going over there. It looks phenomenal. I loved seeing all that stuff. And actually, I think you can actually see if you click into Celestial Park, because that's the only one they've really fully announced there. You can see what it looks like. So there's the new Starfall Racer.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal out and back family coaster, which look, they need more family coasters around. Like they do a great job with it. Where is the information? Get details. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I tell you what, seeing the vistas and stuff, and obviously the way that it's being themed and built and stuff like that, it's interesting because everything they did with Universal and Islands, it's like they learned everything that they did there, watched what Disney did, what worked, what didn't, and then this looks like it's a culmination of that because it's almost like like Universal and Islands is it's a cool movie theme type of thing, but it's it's kind of piece. There's no cohesiveness until you get to Harry Potter Land, Diagon Alley, and that type of stuff,
Mhm.
which is their newest stuff. But the original stuff is just kind of plopped in next to each other down the
Yeah.
street. It's kind of the way it is. Where this one here is actually cohesive in that they are now learning to do theming and greenery, water, like that type of
Yeah.
stuff. It's just and I don't even know how much it's going to cost. It's probably scary. the hotel that's
Yeah.
inside the park. It's, oh my God, I don't even want to know how much that's going to cost.
Yeah, that hotel looks great. So that's the Atlantic, which is going to be the eatery, and you could see it's all open glass, open seating. You can
Yeah, it
see
looks
nice
nice.
tables that are back there. You can see that you're overlooking the lagoon. People are staring at you while you're eating there. There's
always
rude. It's always weird,
It's
but
always fun.
that's always fun. Hey, you know what I love? People staring at me while I eat. The carousel, like all this whole area, like to me, I love seeing that. Like that's amusement park to me. That's
Agreed.
I love original IP. Like to me, that's original IP. So you
Mhm.
don't need to rely on Harry Potter, which they're going to, and they need to. They need to rely on, but then you get original IP like this, and I think that's really cool. So here's the question, though, and I wanted to ask you guys. Does Disney have any concern about this? I'll start with Eugene. Does Disney have to do anything? Do they have to be worried? Do they have to build a new park? Because you see a lot of people freaking out online going, Disney, you got to step it up now. What is your opinion on that?
You know, it's funny because I kind of thought they did, but me and you actually had a conversation today, and you kind of calmed me off the ledge. You talked me off the ledge to where you're right. I don't think they do, man, because we compared it to like the Yankees and the Mets. The Yankees could have some down years, the Mets could have some good years, and the Mets will always be the little brother of the city. It's the same thing here. Disney's always going to run the town. And they might have a couple of lean years just because a lot of people go into Epic Universe, but at the end of the day, people are going to be going to. It's still going to be Disney, really. I think really controlling it. And I was in the mindset of the opposite. I was in the mindset, well, Disney's got to figure something out, right? Because they're going to lose a couple of years. And like I said, you changed my mind this morning. We were talking, and even if they lose a couple of years, within a few years, Epic Universe will be just another park soon enough. Right. I don't mean to disparage.
No. You're not lessening it by that. That makes perfect sense.
Like it's going to be just it's going to lose that luster of being a brand new park. The one thing I think they did though, real quick, the one thing that I think a lot of Disney fans have been wanting, a villains park. And what did they do? They said, you know what? We'll give you a villains park. We'll have Dark Universe. And I think that's what they actually did. That was very, very smart, is to have a Dark Universe. It's almost like them saying, well, Disney will give you a villains park, but we will. And so I thought that was very smart of what they did.
You want me to crap all over that opinion too?
By all means, see if you change my mind.
All right, I'll do that in a second. Joey, what do you think? Because I'll go back to what I explained to Gene earlier when you're done, and see where you come out on this.
Sure. No, as far as worrying, no, I don't think so. I mean, listen, competition is good, and this can only make it better for the rest of us. You want this type of stuff to come because you want the competition. You want price competition. You want entertainment competition. You want all this type of stuff, and you obviously want these experiences. This is stuff that we're in a golden age here, especially in Florida. We have it so good, it's ridiculous. So to have this type of stuff, it's incredible to me. Now, as far as Disney, should they still build a Villains Land or something else? Yeah, because people were asking for it, and it's been around. But ultimately, no matter what Universal Islands does, and this is going to be an awesome park, Disney is still more family oriented, and it will always be that way. So when we're going to take the young kids, we're always going to go to Disney. Islands and Universals where you go after you've done Disney a bunch of times, and then you kind of go over there. And don't get me wrong, I love the Hulk and I love the Velocicoaster and I love all that stuff, but it is geared for adults. It really is. I mean, I'm not saying kids can't go there, but it's just not like Disney. And the biggest difference, which I've always seen, and maybe they push for this when they get this park open, maybe they're trying to push for this, but the service that you get from cast members at Disney is generally the difference. Not generally, it is the difference that you get from both places. The service is just it's different. It's night and day. It's just kind of the way it is, and I get it. I always equated Disney to Royal Caribbean as Universal's Carnival. It's just kind of how it is, at least to me. So that's pretty much how I look at it. And obviously that's an oversimplification of it, but that's pretty much what I look at.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, is oversimplify this with the time we have. I think you're right. Two things that I brought up earlier with Gene was, one, Disney is a world, right? People come to Disney World to escape. You have all your resorts are in one spot. You have water parks. You have busing and transportation is all interconnected. You can get everywhere you want to get to. But Disney is one IP. Like Disney owns Star Wars, Disney owns Marvel, Disney owns Disney, Disney owns animation. Like these characters are Disney. You come to Disney to see the Disney experience. Universal, you're like, oh, I like Harry Potter, but I don't really care for the Hulk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, I don't get this Isle of Burke, How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't think it was that big of an IP.
I didn't either, to be honest with you.
So seeing that, look, Nintendo and Harry Potter don't mix. It's not the same group of people. So you're bringing in different people, but again, it's not all part of one IP. Whereas in Disney World is an IP.
Agreed.
Universal, while it's great, will always be an and also. I'm going to go to Disney and also I'm going to go to Universal. And I'm going to do 5 days at Disney and I'm going to do my last 2 days at Universal. Universal is not one whole world. There are 3 parks and then a water park and their hotels. And while I love everything they have there, and while I think it's top notch and it's great, it's discombobulated. It's not a cohesive thing. And Disney doesn't have to do anything because they can rely on their IPs forever. Like they have Marvel, they have Star Wars, they have Frozen, they have Mickey Mouse, like they have Disney Junior. They're speaking to kids from ages 0 until 100 for the next 150, 200 years, unless some weird miracle comes up. But that's neither here nor there. I think Epic is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah,
but it's not a Disney killer. I don't think Disney has to announce one thing and their attendance isn't going to drop. Look, how many people went to Magic Kingdom last year? 55 million people versus versus Universal had the best year of their lives and only 15 million.
Wow, never been to Universal Studios, Debbie.
It's worth it. It is absolutely worth it.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. Look, Horror Nights, the best thing going at the theme parks.
Yeah, I tell you.
They also will never beat Disney because Disney will speak to more families because of it.
I want to make one point with that, Greg, real quick.
Go ahead.
Something that Gene mentioned that you wanted to, drop some dung on it was the Dark Universe, which obviously I'm into because I love those. I love the old classics with Wolfman and Frankenstein and all that stuff. I don't know how that would compare to an actual Villains Land. Let's say Disney built that Villains Land, and you're right because we've been asking for that and they haven't done it. And I think that it's smart for them to kind of lean into that. But the villain characters that you have under Disney's obviously property, I think trumps any of the other stuff.
Oh, it definitely does. I agree.
Time. But I'm glad that at least they're doing something. At least that's the case. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So here's the dump all over Villains Land. And here's why you will never, ever, ever, ever see a Villains Land, okay? And I'm not talking bad about one side or the other, but I respect other people's opinions on this. You build a Villains Land, just like HHN, right? If you do something like Halloween Horror Nights, there's a reason why families go to Disney for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's not scary. There's no spooks. There's nothing horror about it. It's family fun. You can't build a Villains Land because you will segregate 50% of your population going to the parks will never go there. And they do this because people who are religious do not want to go into a dark area. They don't want to go into a villains thing. They don't want to deal with evil spirits type thing. And Disney knows this. So why would you alienate 50% of the population going there that happen to be religious, whether we believe it or not? You don't want to segregate them by not having them go. So you'll never see a Villains Lair because half the people will just go, we're not going there for these reasons, X, Y, and Z. And that's just how our world works. And so out of respect, I think that's why we'll never see a Villains Lair like that.
Man, I will say this. Greg did take a dump on it and then he sprinkled peanuts on it, like just all around.
Yeah.
I still doesn't change the fact that I want to see one. Damn it!
No.
But I get what he's saying.
I'd love to see Maleficent's castle. Like it's just a dark castle. Come on, bring me Hades. I'll take Hades any day of the week. But the reality is, and that's what we deal in. Like the reality says it'll never happen, and that sucks because I think it would be good. But I also don't want half the people not to come here. Like our job is to sell to people. We want you to come down to Disney. We want you to have a good time. We want everybody to feel accepted, no matter what side you are on politically, or no matter what side you are on religiously. Right. We want to all mingle in one place in this magical world of Disney. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I have a question then, and then I'll start with Gene on this.
Yeah.
Does Disney need to either expand within a park, or do we need a fifth gate?
Like I said, I thought they might need to do something. Greg changed my opinion on that. I don't think they need to do anything. I think they just need to literally just sit tight, weather the storm, and they'll be fine.
Lands.
Okay, Greg.
Lands is where it's at. Look at what they did to Shanghai. Look what they did for Hong Kong. Look what they did over in Disneyland Paris. Look what they did for Galaxy's Edge. It's all about lands. Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, that's going to be all new land. Animal Kingdom, all new land. I think these lands are going to eat people up, and I think that's what we need. I think we love the nostalgia of what the parks are, but we always want the future of them.
Yeah, if you look at what it was when they built Pandora. Look what it was when they built Toy Story Land. Look what it was when they built Galaxy's Edge. Like people went through the roof. They didn't need another park. They just literally needed lands.
I'll be honest. I want more lands. Obviously,
I want.
But I kind of want another gate.
Well, having said that,
I wouldn't be mad either way.
I 100%. I'm in the same spot. I want it. I don't think they need to do it.
And I think when you really sit back and go to build a new land or to build a new park, right? Disney has to change all their infrastructure, the road, there's so much involved in it where it's like, hey, in 5 years, they have $17 billion they want to spend here. Great, I'll take Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. Whatever you want to put back there, fine. You want to build me 5 more rides on top of that in somewhere else? I'm cool. So I mean, I think this is good for us locally. I think it's great for us locally because we get to go out and experience these. Like we get to. This is like us first world problems. Oh, which one's going to give us more? You know what I'm saying? So we are all really excited about all this. I think it's going to be great. Real quick, do you want to take a commercial break now? And then we can come back and pick our greatest dragon of 2024, and then we can get out of here.
Yep.
Get ready for
Yeah, there we go. House Mouse Expo. I will be there podcasting both days in the morning and then once in the afternoon both days. And then who knows what else I'll be doing, but I'll be there the whole time. So come on, stop on by. Tickets are reasonable. They're on sale now. Come on out and join us, and it'll be great. Real quick, my friends, before we head out of here, 2024 is the year of the dragon on the Chinese New Year. Okay.
Yeah.
Disney has so many great dragons that it's hard for me to nominate even 8. So we're going to take the top 8 that I have. I put them into little brackets. I want you two to decide which one moves forward. Okay.
Okay.
I like this.
Then it's our final 8. What is that? The round of 8? Right now it's the round of 16. Whatever.
Well, in March Madness terms, it's the Elite 8.
Yeah, we can't say those words. So
Is Toothless one of them?
No. That's a Universal Dragon.
Yeah.
That's not Disney. Even though Toothless should be on there and would possibly win.
I agree.
And what was Toothless' girlfriend's name? What was the white one?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
stumped everybody on that one. Yeah, see, I don't remember her name either. That's how much we love Universal. I'm going to stop sharing this screen so we can just do this. There we go. Back to us. All right. So round one, we're going to go Stuffy from Doc McStuffins.
Oh my God.
Versus Elliot.
Oh, it's got to be Elliot.
Elliot. Come on. Elliot's moving on.
Elliot for sure.
All right. Elliot is moving on.
Yeah.
You're out of here, Stuffy. The Reluctant Dragon versus Mushu. Oh, Gene almost broke his brain on that one.
I love the Reluctant Dragon. It's
Me
so
too.
underrated.
I'm letting you guys
Mushu's
decide. I have
great.
no opinion. I can't have an opinion. I do have an opinion, but I'm not.
I gotta lean with Mushu. I do. I'm not saying the Reluctant Dragon's bad. I gotta lean Mushu.
I feel like the Reluctant Dragon is like he was there in the beginning, man. Greg, you got to be a tiebreaker because I got to say Reluctant Dragon.
All right, I'll be the tiebreaker. I think it's the Chinese New Year. You got to go Mushu.
Okay.
Even
Fair
though
enough.
I'm with you, Reluctant Dragon should take it off. Sisu from the Sisu movie, Aquafina. What's that? Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah.
Sisu versus Figment.
Now, if we don't pick Figment, we're obviously gonna get like canceled. So
No, it's got to be Figment. Figment. Listen, I love Sisu. I love that movie. It's so underrated. But Figment's part of the park, man. You got to go Figment.
Yeah.
All right, Maleficent or Nelly. Do you remember Nessie?
yes,
Yeah.
but no, I gotta go Maleficent.
Yeah, I got to go Maleficent too.
All right, so we got Maleficent is moving on. Mel moves on. Great. Back to the beginning, we have Elliot versus Mushu.
I got to go Mushu at that point.
Wow.
I love Mushu, and it was a tough. That was the toughest one in round one.
I kind of like Elliot. So, Greg, you're gonna have to come up with something on this one.
Oh, dude, you're killing me, man. I have so much Elliot around me. It's not even funny.
I hear you, but listen, he's so nice. They did him twice, right? But
I got to admit though, I'm gonna have to stick by my first one and say because it's the Chinese New Year, we're gonna have to move Mushu along.
There we go.
Man.
So we have Mushu makes it into the final, and we have Figment versus Maleficent.
Got to go Figment.
I'm still gonna take Figment.
Our final round before we get out of this here is Mushu the Dragon versus our imaginary friend Figment the Dragon.
So Greg, we already know Greg's gonna say it's the Chinese New Year, so we gotta move him on.
You have no clue which way I'm going on this one.
I'm taking Figment. It's part of the parks, man. There's nobody rushing to the popcorn buckets for Mushu. Sorry.
Because we haven't seen one.
Yeah, I was say if they had one, it might be totally different.
That is my point.
Even the like when you think of New Year Dragon, like the Year of the Dragon, what it would look like, it kind of looks like Mushu.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's easy. I just
also Mushu is delicious. Can we say that? Mushu is delicious. The dish.
Wow.
Well, I've already made my pick. So you two that want to waffle and sit on the fence and do whatever, go ahead.
I just want to make sure I make this is for all the marbles. I want to make
This
sure
is for all the marbles. This is our 2024 Dragon of the Year. Which I'm surprised Mushu made it this far, by the way.
Yeah, he had the toughest route, to be honest with you. He had a tough route, but you know what? I'm gonna go Figment just because, like, part of the parks. He has history within Disney culture. He had the biggest selling popcorn bucket of all time. I think I'm gonna go Figment.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's fitting.
Disney villains have chosen for the 2024 Year of the Dragon, our Dragon of the Year, none other than Figment. Thank you guys so much. Gene, where can everybody find you at? That was fun, man. That was great.
It was.
Yeah, you can
Bunch of
find
grown
me.
men debating Disney dragons.
I mean, what else? What else do you want to do on a Monday night?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can find. Should I get my home address? Is that appropriate?
Yeah. And your last 4 of your social.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, you can find me here every Monday night, on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on the Big Fat Panda channel with me, myself, Panda, Corinne, and Sammy D. Joey's better half, but I always say, Joey, don't sell yourself short. You know. But yeah, you can find me over there. And then very soon I will have an announcement. I know I've been teasing the announcement, but we will be bringing the Pop-Off back on a sports channel with some really cool stuff. It's kind of like I'm excited for it. So stay tuned for that announcement, which should be coming out any day now.
There we go. Joey, what's going on with you, my friend?
Me, you can catch me here Monday nights, 9:00, and you cannot catch me on Panda Show. No, I'm kidding.
No?
Actually, I think at some point Sammy's gonna probably need a break. I might be making appearances there. I'm just saying. Yeah, and then I'll probably be, if schedules permit, I can hop back on one of Pete's show, one of the sports shows if I can. We'll do that, and then outside of that, I have a whole bunch of designs and all kinds of stuff that I got to get done for the shop. I know we've seemed a little bit quiet, obviously for obvious reasons. Sammy's got a huge basketball right now. She's getting very close. So right now things have slowed down on that nature.
Good excuse. It's a good excuse. We'll go with it.
Absolutely. So,
JSA Creations, man. Get him at JSA Creations. It's one of the best small shops. Support local businesses. You want to check out JSA Creations. Instagram, Facebook, wherever else you want to go. Get your ears, get whatever else Joey and Sammy are coming up with. And those guys, you guys are great, man. You can find me at here on Monday nights. Tuesdays is the live podcast show, myself with the Main Street Mouse, House of Mouse Expo folks over there, the Atwoods. You can also get me on Wednesday night on the Fanatics Diary on my Facebook, or with Sam's Disney Diary. You can go to the fanaticsblog.com anytime you want to read all the news stories that we are talking about. And before we get out of here, I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, join me in saying happy birthday to Joey D. Joey, we wish you nothing but the best of birthdays. We hope that everybody and your family are supporting you tomorrow. And I'm sure that everybody's going to be got your back tomorrow. So happy birthday, my friend.
And 65 looks great. 65 looks great on you, bro.
Exactly. Thanks, Mikey. I appreciate it.
So on that note, I'm going to say end of line.
Peace out.